Good morning, this is Mayor Valensky with Driving Markets. I hope you're all well. Okay, let's just do a quick recap of what happened on Friday in the US, Europe and the UK. So the US markets were up during the day but closed down at the end of the day. The Dow closed down about 0.6% at 32,955. The biggest loser of the day was the Nasdaq. Just make a note that the Nasdaq is very sensitive to any type of geopolitical issue, but more sensitive to inflation and interest rates issues. So there's concern within the market back to the geopolitical Ukraine-Russia war. Where's it going? With Boris Johnson warning that Russia could use chemical weapons, which I think is unlikely, but that's what Boris Johnson said. In addition to that, you've also got the inflation and interest rate issues. So the Michigan Sentiment Report, which is from the University of Michigan, reported a sentiment figure of 59.7, which is the lowest in 10 years. And that is mainly due to people's concern regarding inflation and interest rates. Why is that? Why is the sentiment low? It's quite simple. You've got raging inflation and you don't have salaries or wages keeping pace with that inflation figure, and therefore people's real income is going down on a daily basis and the cost of living is going up on a daily basis, and that's causing an extreme concern across the board for the US citizens. But obviously there's also a sentiment figure in Europe and in the UK. It has a major impact. This week you've got the FOMC, the Federal Open Market Committee meeting, which starts on Tuesday and finishes on Wednesday evening with an announcement of where interest rates are going. Just be aware that Jerome Powell indicated for certainty that he's going to raise interest rates by 25 basis points, but he did say also that he needs to keep an eye on the geopolitical system and see the geopolitical crisis and see what impact that's going to have on inflation. It's going to have a significant impact on inflation, that's for sure, because any numbers coming out regarding inflation now, which one came out last Thursday, which was the Consumer Price Index in the States, came in at 7.9%. That is going to go really very close to probably 9% or 10% in March. So I've already said by July we'll have double-digit inflation, and we will have double-digit inflation in the States, in the US and in Europe. In addition to that, you also have the Producer Price Index, which is the manufacturing index, that is already running at double digits. So there's only so much the manufacturer can absorb and take on board without them having to pass those price increases on. And they are passing those price increases on, and you can see it in your basket of shopping that you do on a weekly basis. The cost of living is just going up and up and up. Oil also rebounded on Friday and began its upward trend. I think it's going to test the $132 level again. It's not going to go away, and even though that the OPEC countries are looking to increase production, the crisis is causing such concern they can expect oil again to start surging higher, and that will also have a further impact on inflation and interest rates. On top of that, you can look at what shares fell on Friday. Tesla fell 5%, Apple was down 2%, Google and Salesforce was also down 2%. Tesla is very sensitive to any type of geopolitical and interest rate movements because it's a high speculative stock. So keep an eye on that, because it might be a good time to get in if it drops any further. Anything around the $700 level is a pretty good level to get in my opinion, on Tesla. Gold also went up on Friday, and again it's going to be breaching the $2,000 an ounce level very quickly. And you also had a rise in silver. The 10-year Treasury breached the 2% and stood at 2.04% on Friday, which means that the price has gone down, the yield is going up, and there will be a flight across the board to safe haven securities if the geopolitical crisis continues or gets worse. Remember, Putin's back is against the wall. He's not going to back down. His pride is on the line, and the mighty Russian army, which was so feared a few weeks ago, is looking vulnerable and does not look as sharp as people thought it is, and therefore he's aware of that and could take some dramatic action in order to prove that the Russian army is what it is, a highly technical, trained, superior force to the West. That's more or less it financially. So keep an eye out this week on the Tuesday, Wednesday FOMC meeting. If you need to get hold of me, contact me on LinkedIn, contact me on Instagram under Walensky Mayor. I'll probably be changing the Instagram to driving markets. You can do so likes, you can subscribe, you can spread the video around. This is Mayor Walensky with Driving Markets. Have a good day.